Hi, this is Anna, and I want to discuss with you today about relationship again. Let's continue relationship for a little while. And today I want to talk to you about things to discuss before you actually get married, which is very, very important. First of all, it's important to discuss children. How many children do you each want? And or if you want children at all. You know, it is important to be on the same page with that. It is very important. And it's very important to discuss children. I'm sorry, not only children, but animals. Do he have animals? Do you have animals? And if so, do you want to bring other animals in? How do you feel about animals in the house? How do you feel about animals, outside? I mean, those are things to really talk about. Um, which a lot of people don't talk is modesty. A man might, like want you the way you are, the way he meets you, but then as soon as you get married, he might want you to change up, and this happens a lot because, especially if you ladies, if you wear like skimpy clothes, if you wear tight clothes, um, yeah, you might get a man that way, but think about it. Do he really want you to continue to dress like that once you with him? You might say, well, you know what? I was dressing like this before we got together. Yes, and maybe you was making wear makeup when you got together. Maybe he don't want. Maybe he wants you to be natural. So these are some things to really talk about. It really is because if not, they can come. These issues might arise later. If not, um, because and sometimes you can tell how he is if he wants you, if he try to hide you, if you're out, although you dress like that, you try to hide you. Um, if he put a maybe his jacket on you, I mean he's trying to cover you up, which means he wants you to be more modest. Okay, maybe modesty don't mean anything to you, but on the most part, ladies, modesty means a lot to men. I'm just here to tell you. Although they may say in the beginning, oh, it's okay, you dress like that, it's okay, because a man wants a woman that looks good. He wants her to be like not like a statue, but like like someone that he's really pleased with. Where other guys look at it and say, man, he got a banging woman, but at the same time, he really don't want you looking like that around other men. He does not want you to look like that around other men, no matter what he say, because eventually it will show. It will show that he wants you to cover it up. He don't want you showing your whole body to the world. He only wants that at home for himself. Yes, he wants you to look nice, but he wants you to be modest. I mean, when you go out. Okay. And it's okay, ladies. Talk to him about that. Cause a lot of guys, they really like showing out for other guys. I don't know why that is. A lot of girls, they dress because they want to look good to other men, but men, they a lot of times they dress because they want to look good for other guys. It's just so almost like a competition thing that they do. Maybe your man, maybe he wears tight t-shirts, those muscle shirts. And then maybe he's showing too much arm, and you thinking about the woman, these females, they looking at too much, he got these tight pants on. And, maybe you want, say to him, hey, I want you to loosen those shirts up. I don't want these females looking at you like that. Matter of fact, I don't want other men looking at you like that. I mean, that happens sometimes too. Um, and you want nothing you want to talk about is cooking. Are you a woman that loves to cook? Are you a clean person? Um, or are you one that prefer hiring someone to come in and do the work? I mean, these are things that's important. Um, I personally had a man to complain that his woman at home do nothing. I mean, nothing. I mean, don't cook, didn't clean. He go to work all day. He come home, the house is a mess. You know what? And that was just a downhill relationship. Um, so it's important that when you get together, you get married, that it's important to keep a clean house. I remember a pastor used to say, cleanliness is next to godliness. You want a clean place. You want a place where he feel comfortable coming home to. The last thing you want is for your man to regret even thinking of coming home. So you don't want that to happen. Okay. Other things that we have more personal things to talk about. Things that you know, contraceptives. And ladies, let me say this to you. When it comes to contraceptives, I mean, if you don't want any children and you want to use contraceptives, and even if you say like you're a Christian, right? How will God feel about that? Well, you know what? The Bible says replenish and multiply. Well, guess what? The earth is already replenished and it's already multiplying. So it's not that he mind you using contraceptives, but the ones that you need to be careful of using are the ones that like IUDs, things like that um they actually abort children. Um and a lot of women don't know this. Um so those contraceptives that you can still I don't know how to word it, but you can still get, I won't say get pregnant because you won't be actually be getting pregnant, but the egg and the sperm still they still connect, and you can still have a baby. But the contraceptive, although it may be blocking the actual child, but still though they connect, and so that the baby end up aborted instead, and you're not knowing it because of the contraceptive. So do research, deep research on the contraceptives that's out there. Okay, and it's important also to ask God. Um, this gonna sound strange to you, but um, we all existed before we got here on this earth, and if you believe it or not, but we all did. Cause so we're not here for just a random thing. We're here for a reason, okay? So you need to ask God, God, if I had promised you so many children when I came to earth, please just let me have those amount of children, and I don't know no others. So you could pray that. So it is important to ask God that. And if you don't believe in God, the God I mean the God of the Bible, if you don't believe in God, then I guess you just live your life. But I'm just saying, if you do want children, and I have to give it to those who have many children. So like there's been people on YouTube lately been having like 8, 9, 10 children or more. I give them props. I do, because I come from a large family, and it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of love, and people in line to be born on earth. They in line being born on earth. So I'm grateful for those people to birth the people on earth that doesn't want children. So that's a blessing actually. Okay, okay, talked about modesty, talked about children, talked about contraceptives. Let's talk about money. Okay, um, let's say that because you both are working and you both working and you get married, you still working, but somebody loses a job. So but it's important to talk about that. Okay, you know what? Are you going to support the family if something happens? Are you gonna have not my back but our back? Because if you become a family, you become one unit. Okay, you become one. You get married, you become one person. And so you want to be with someone that really, really going to be there to pull the load in case, some falters. It's very, very important. Um, Talk about savings. And I would encourage you to put your money in a federal account, okay? And I get some of my information about that and from I call my teacher Apostle Rosalind Solomon, because it is important, guys, to make sure your money is safekeeping, because um because you never know when bank's gonna fall, and so it's important to have it in a credit union. Okay, I say Federal Credit Union. It's a good place for starters until you start putting on a wallet, things like that. Okay, um, but it's important to talk about. It's never my money. I mean, when you get married, it's our money. It's our house. It's our cars. It's the selfishness needs to go. And to go out the window. Instead of mine is ours. Yes, some things will be yours, like the women clothes, the women dresses. Yes, that will be hers. The men pants. Yes, the man, that will be yours. But when it comes to big purchase items, okay, big purchase items, boat, cars, but you don't want to say mine, right? Husband, maybe you go purchase a car. Maybe you go purchase a pink car and you say, baby, I got this car for you. But that's different. Okay. But when you come into marriage, okay, and everything belongs to both. Okay. Um, yeah, so it's important to talk about these things thoroughly. Um, put your heads together, put your money together, and if you're gonna buy land, or discuss discuss school, what kind of school you want your children to go to. If you homeschool, those things are important. And when you get to the point where you don't agree, okay, let's talk about that. When you get to the point, say like, well, one want to homeschool, one like, nah, let's put children in a private school or a public school. It's important to really, really talk about those things. And if you don't come into an agreement, yes, well, the man does have the last say so when it comes to the family. But women, let me share this with you. If you totally disagree on his choice, what you do, you go to his head. Say he's your head, but you go to his head. His head is God. Okay, you pray. You become a praying wife, become a praying mother. You both need to become prayers in the family, because you're gonna be up against so much more. Okay, so I wanted to I'm sure there are other things that maybe you and yourself could bring up and think about or talking about, but those are some things, some key things that I realized in life that people really need to to bring to the front. Anyway, if you like this, subscribe, and there's more coming. Okay, blessings until that next time.